I'm sure if I told you I was tired, you'd believe me, so I'm not going to lament. But what I am going to say,
OMG.
it's really hot in this building, so my patience is wearing thin, and I've recorded this twice, and the camera didn't, the audio wasn't connecting. So bear with me as I try to be as demure as possible. I brought my mum in after I threatened her to make sure that she's here on time. So basically, because traditionally it's the mothers, the grandmas, the women above that teach the younger girls how to participate in certain crafts. So because I haven't had that first-hand experience, only by proxy, I thought it'd be good for her to come in and, share her experience and share what she remembered. I was just trying to coax her into saying, which brush do you remember? So desperate for a time that I didn't exist, how to recreate a memory that belongs in your DNA, but you haven't personally witnessed. So I was like, which brush is that, Liz? She said, oh, we didn't actually use brush. It was more like what did you say? A wooden objects. Oh, like a quill. Like, a fountain pen made from a feather. You have to cut it to get the right angle.
Yeah, but it's wood. It's wood that is sharpened, shaped the way it could be.
Hold on, we're going to pause and get the real information because remember, I'm a fraud. One sec.
Hello?
You have to look here.
I was just shown different types of brushes now, which in those days were not used. They only use wooden stick that is shaped in a way that will make the drawing on the body, the uli drawing, smooth to bring the beauty of it. That was how it was done. And when it's done, it comes out very nice and elegant because it's what signifies the beauty of a maiden.
And the shape of it was like how?
Shape of it was like a pencil.
So they carved it themselves.
Yeah.
And what did they use to carve it?
Knife.
And do you remember how they were doing it, like with their hands?
Well, it's just like brushing it up and get it smooth so that it will not scratch the body.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a flat surface.
Yeah.
Then,
It can be depending on the pattern of the uli, pattern of the drawing on the body. Some it could be flattened a little bit, but it could be pointed just like pencil.
so okay, so they've got a bit of wood, and then in order for it to not scratch the skin,
Yeah.
it has to be flat but still pointed.
Yeah.
So it's like a hard. Instead of using hair on a brush, it's like you find a way to carve the wood into a soft texture.
That is it.
So that's almost like carpentry in another form.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And because of I saw some videos and pictures in the museum of the old doors that they used to have and the way they carved the wood and made those intricate shapes. And obviously we used to do the bronzes, and we still do the ibuku in Anambra State, isn't it? And that's carving of bronze. So to be able to do blacksmithing in that way, you have to have a certain skill with your hands.
Seen it in physical form where they are displayed. You go to places and see, like in a square in a chief's house.
Oh.
Yes, you can. They call it obi.
Yeah.
You can see those decorated doors with all these crafts. It's like going to a square.
Is this when you were younger?
Yeah, it's like going to
Parliament.
Parliament. You see all the monuments and the pictures of people with their names and all that. And if you go places, you can see such things. This place called Arochukwu.
That's what I've been telling people about. That's what the
So there are so many things they
Confederacy.
do.
What are they talking about?
So Arochukwu, Abreba, all these places is
That's
where you
Abia.
can find those arts displayed in squares and palaces. That's where you can see all of them.
And that's where you saw it.
Well, that's how I saw it.
What were you doing there?
Well, we go to places
What age and who took you?
when we used to go to places to sing Then we can go around the place and see
As a child?
things.
Or
Yeah, as a young girl.
like what age?
Well, about 12 at the time. So we were taken to places to see, to know. We weren't going there to see it, but we were in the city.
Yeah,
And they happened to go around and see things. That's the only way we could. I saw all those things. Not that I was invited or I decided to go there. It's like going to a place and then you go around, like sightseeing, and see what the place looks like and things you can see and point at as arts you saw. So that's how I saw all those things. Some other places like Item in Abia State too. There you can see those things because there are chiefs around there who have Obi, a square, a compound where the community or elders gather. That's where you can find those things. And again, it signifies the identity of who owns that compound and the community.
Do you think that is different now? The way that things were done then, the stuff that do you think people are maintaining those sites?
Depending on what they believe in, because some of them is like deity and all that. But the modern world now may see it, but not fully go into all the rituals that used to be the history thing. Yeah, they don't go into those cultural things.
But what about modern day culture has made it that people are not looking into their own traditional culture that lasted for civilizations way before we even knew that there's stuff that is left there. What would stop someone from continuing to look as a culture? What in modernity has stopped people from doing that?
Not that people don't see it. It's because people are born in diaspora and other places of the world who have no history of that.
And what about the ones back home?
And those who are home are into civilization.
Civilization will be the culture that moves people, the strict boundary of culture. Like religion is a strict boundary of spirituality. That is the order, the institution for culture is what the civilization is because it combines everything. So what would stop someone's civilization from working that they would turn to another to say, let's look at that and forget our own?
Well, what I can say there is that people of these days, younger people of these days, when they look into all those things, they choose which way they can move it forward than the way it used to be, because most of those things are like rituals.
But for the people that were elder that were supposed to teach before, what would stop them from transferring that knowledge? Because it's not for the youngers.
Well, it depends on the recipients.
But the people who are teaching that,
The teaching people who are teaching that, sometimes they sit them down and tell them stories about how they started and how the culture. Talk about culture, talk about growing up, talk about how people should conduct themselves, which is different from the time of old. So those those attributes should be transferred to young people, not in a ritual way, but in a manner. Well, like deity, worshiping this and that, worshiping idol and all that. But then, well, whatever you put in front of you to worship is an idol. And therefore, like nobody can worship body on the cross. We can worship Jesus who died on the cross.
I didn't mention any names.
Okay, but I'm trying to correct you because you are being
I'm not
sarcastic
saying nothing
now.
of the
You are being sarcastic
No, I'm
now.
not.
I have to come out and make myself plain.
Okay.
Any person that is worshiping that cross made it an idol.
Are worshiping a deity.
Yeah, but Jesus is one who died on the cross. You only see him on the cross, but not that you are worshiping the tree, the wood.
You're just remembering the sad
Just
part of his life.
Yeah, just remembrance of the price he paid for you on the cross.
We're done. Hopefully this is working. Because as you saw it. Uli, 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 uli. Honestly, this thing just does whatever it wants. I have to try again because you never know if it's ever actually recording. Another successful workshop. Praise the creators.
painting combines different traditional ancient art forms to tell a story. So the three art forms are chopper painting, Wali art, both from India, and also Oli art, which originated in Igbo land. Story of Unity, that's what it's called, Story of Unity.
Okay.
Each of them has history on its own, and each of them has story that follows the history that follows the story. So
Yes.
these are signs and images that signify where you come from,
Yes.
and your community and your culture and how you live your life.
Yes. Just know that it's a type of tribal art form
Yeah.
that originated in a region of India. I can't pronounce it, but it's a region of India, and it's basically using rice paste on cave walls.
Rice paste?
Yes, using rice paste on cave walls to depict daily life, what they're doing, where they're going, what they're eating, that kind of thing. And each figure means something. So there's triangles mean something, and then there's like triangles together form a human being. And it's really interesting. But and also I want to talk a bit more about chopper printing, which is a type of printing that originated in Bihar in India. So they use an adhesive style, silver adhesive to block print designs onto bright red and green, traditionally bright red and green cloth. So this is a type of cloth that's worn in weddings, and we still wear it in weddings in our culture, in our family. And I wanted to revive that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to maybe use not the slip adhesive, because it can be a bit uncomfortable, and it can also be, it's only for special occasions, but use the motifs and the repeat patterns to basically show the pictures. So yes, this is an example of what this job of print looks like. Some very good pictures. This one's a better picture. It's very beautiful. It's silver print on a block print with silver adhesive on red cloth.
Wow, this looks like damask.
Oh, cool. So this is my painting, and I put the leopard claw in the middle to symbolize strength and beauty, and the moon circle for beauty, strength, and royalty. I also put some like stripes here to add some details, and some like stars, 3 stars, which is very nice, and put some, also add some, you know, like little lines, like squiggly lines to like, yeah.
Why those colours?
Like, I like bright colours because it makes me feel happy, and it makes me very, very creative.
I think I'm actually genuinely tired, but I just want to find an excuse to get on the microphone and start yapping, because it's just something I love to do. I just like to hear my own voice. Is it a form of narcissism? Oh my god, ASMR. Where am I going to upload this to? I'm exhausted. I'm grateful though. Anyway, I hope this is working because if I have to record this again, I'm going to throw myself into somewhere soft. Anyway, I'm going to have a cold glass of orange juice to calm me down. They're having choir practice next door, tonic sulfur. Come on. We've got a workshop next week for grooming, hair, blah, blah, and all things lovely. One on AI and how it can be used as an access tool, especially for the neuro spicy babes. And another special intimate dinner coming up. But I chat enough, so I think I'm going to wait until I've released the video because you have to RSVP to that one. And if you're not, I don't know what to say. Just bye. I'm tired. Bye, 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 bye.